Hello, hope everybody's doing great today. So we are working through division. We don't have too many days left and then we'll get to move on to something else. So I appreciate you hanging in there. Today we are on 3-11. Okay, and we are going to cross out a few things just because in the interest of space, I like you guys to have enough room to do them. Okay, so we are going to cross out our middle row. So you can kind of just do this. That gives us space on both sides of the equation to do our count bys. Okay, and I know that we do more together, but it's important that you're following along with me because if we were in the regular classroom, we would be doing the same amount together. And then I always leave a few for you to do on your own. Okay, we are also crossing out number 11, so we have extra space to do number 10 under the show your work. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to zoom in a little on number 1. Okay, right away I say, does 5 fit into 4? The 5 is bigger than the 4, so we know that it doesn't fit into it. So we have to say, does 5 fit into 45? Yes, it does. I'm going to start my count bys. We're super good at counting by 5s. When I'm doing this on the side, you need to be doing it with me. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, getting close, 35, 40, and look what happened. It fit in perfectly. And that was 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because 9, so 9, by the way, we were supposed to put an X right there because it didn't fit into 4. All right, so it fits in 9 times, and then I take that 9 times the outside number, and I get 45, which is when I subtract 45, take away 45 is 0. I check, do I have any numbers to bring down? Yes, I do. 6, and I start over again. How many times does 5 fit into 6? Well, I can look up here and I can see that 2 5s is 10. That's too big. So I'm going to need to do 1 5. Put my 1 there, and 1 times 5 is 5. Subtract, and I get 1. That is my remainder. I know that I'm done because my divisor, 5, cannot fit into 1, can it? So my final answer is 91, remainder 1. Okay, a little bit tricky, but I'm hoping you're catching on. Okay, all right. Let's look at, we skipped number 2. Let's look at number 3. I only have 3 numbers under the house, right? So I say, how many times does 7 fit into 8? Well, 7, 14, too big. 7 only fits into 8 one time. 1 times 7 is 7. That's what I subtract. 8 minus 7 is 1. I check. Do I have more numbers? Yes, I do. I bring down 1 number at a time, and I have 12. Start over again. How many times does 7 fit into 12? Well, I'm looking up at my chart here, and 14 was too big, so it's going to be 1 7 again, and subtract. 12 minus 7 is 5. I look up, I check, I have 1 more number to bring down, my 9. Now I have 59. I can already tell that there's going to be a lot of 7s in 59, isn't there? So I'm going to keep counting on my chart. 7, 14, 21, write them down with me, please. 28, that's 7 times 4. 7 times 5 is 35. 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times 8 is 56. That's as close as I can get without going over. And that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups of 7. So So I put my 8 up here, and then I take that 8 times the divisor, times 7 is 56. I subtract, 9 times 6 is 3, and that is my remainder. Okay. Hopefully everybody's keeping up. I had to write a little bit smaller. I really wish they would give, so if you would rather use scratch paper, then do it on the actual paper as long as you take a picture of it. It is just fine with me. Okay. All right, let's look at number 6. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do number 6 together. Okay. And then I am going to leave you with we're going to do number 4 together, and I'm going to leave you with number 6 and 8 to do by yourself. Okay, I think that seems like a good deal, right? So let's look at number 4. Let's zoom in on that one. All right, what do I say first? How many 6s can fit into 2? Can't. How many 6s can fit into 22? Well, let's start with our count bys. 6, 12, 18, 24, oops, too big. So it's 1, 2, 3 6s. Put our X there. And 3 times 6 is 18. That's what I subtract. Can I do 2 take away 8? No, I cannot. I need to borrow. 12 take away 8 is 4. 1 take away 1 is nothing. I check. Yes, I have a number to bring down. Bring down your 5. And we start over. How many 6s can fit into 45? So I'm looking over at my chart, and I need to keep counting, don't I? 6 times 4 was 24. Let's do 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 7 is 42. Ooh, that's pretty close, isn't it? So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 groups of 6. So 7 times 6 is 42, and I subtract. 5 take away 2 is 3. I check. Is there another number? Yes, there is. Bring down your last number that you have there, which was a 4. What I like with having the count bys right there, guys, is it helps you all along the way. So if you do the work on the side, which I know you're doing because you're following along with me. So how many 6s are in 34? Well, I can see that 36 is too big, so I'm going to need to go with 30, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 6. 5 groups of 6 is 30. And we're running out of room down here anyway, so it's a good thing I crossed that one out. 30, and then we subtract. And that will give us our remainder. Okay, 4 minus 0 is 4. Those are my leftovers. And my final answer was 375, remainder 4. Okay, maybe you're even thinking sometime you could try one of those bigger ones on your own. That's awesome if you are. Okay, so you are looking at doing number 6 and number 9. Okay, and just start slowly. Say how many 8s are in 6? Nope. How many 8s are in 65? And then start your count bys right over here. Okay, on number 9, how many 6s are in 8? I can. How many 6s can I do in 8? And then start counting. Not very many, can we? So try to do those 2 on your own, guys, so that I can see that you're getting the hang of it. All right, this one on the bottom is very similar to the ones that we did yesterday. Okay, so let's read it together. Sharon has 1,278 beads to make bracelets. She sorts them into 6 different containers so she can have an equal amount of beads in each container. How many beads will she put in each container? Oh, It isn't as hard as yesterday's because it's just a one step, okay? So that's why you have all this space here to do that problem. 6, she's dividing them, so we need to figure out how many beads she's going to put in each container, okay? She's dividing her beads. So I start out and I say, how many 6s are in 1? Nope. How many 6s are in 12? I have room over here to do my count bys. 6, 12. Whoops, 12 worked out perfect, didn't it? And that was 2 6s. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 minus 12 is 0. Okay. Do I have anything to bring down? Yes, I do. Bring down my 7 and start over. How many 6s can fit into 7? Well, guess what? Only 1, right? So 1 times your divisor is 6 and subtract. Okay, and then you're going to need to bring down your other number on your own. I want you to do that by yourself. So subtract and then bring down your 8. And keep going, and I want you to finish that one and write your answer on the line. Okay, we've got a really good start on that one. If you want to pause the video and finish that one up, that would be great. Okay, and then meet me on the back side. We just have a few to do there. All right, we are on the back side. We are not going to be doing these down here, but do not cross out the white space over on the right because I want to use that for something, okay? And then you've got, we do not need to check with estimation, okay? And let's look at number 1. We're going to use the chart over here to answer our questions. It says, what was the total amount donated to the theater in 2007 and 2009? So I'm going to be looking at 2007 and 2009. I need to line up. I'm going to be adding 2 5-digit numbers, okay? So that's why I'm thinking it's a great idea to use your space down here, okay? So I'm going to say that number 1 is going to go right here, and number 2 is going to go right here, and that gives you the white space that you need. So we're going to add up 2007 and 2009. There's a dollar sign there. So we have 28,315 total. So we're going to be plussing 53,237. Line up your digits. Very, very important. So you're going to be adding that one on your own. Okay, and then number 2 says how much more. Whenever it says how many more, you're going to be subtracting, okay, because I'm figuring out the difference. How much more was donated in 2010, that's right here, than in 2006, that's right here. So I need to look at those 2 numbers, and I'm going to put the big number on top and figure out how much more was donated in 2010. So big number on top. Hard to see the green. Okay, so I'm going to put my 86,061 and take away 2006, the year 2006, which was 26,304 minus, be careful on these, okay? If it's bigger on the bottom, you need to go next door, okay? And then I'm going to cross out the middle one here, okay? So you have 2 equations right here, up and over. We know how to do these. We're writing them vertical, okay? And we've got one more here. Up, over, 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 right? I go up, and then I go over, 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 right? All right. Good luck today, guys. You guys are awesome. Hang in there with the math.